This is the Dave Ryan Show's War of the Roses. Live tweet your reaction using hashtag Dave Ryan Roses.
It's so weird. I'm here in the studio all by myself, and we're doing War of the Roses. Usually Steve is wandering in and out, and Fallon's usually here to help me out. Today, Fallon's in Nicaragua. Steve called in sick today, so it's just me and you, Mandy, working on War of the Roses. Hi, Mandy.
Hey, how's it going?
Thanks for sending me your email to be on War of the Roses. And you guys live in... Where did you guys say you live again?
Madison.
So he doesn't know what War of the Roses is, so we won't have a danger of him going, I know what this is, right?
Oh, yeah, no, he has no idea. I listen on iHeartRadio, so he's never even heard of it before.
Okay. So let's get right into it. What's going on with you and your boyfriend, Diego?
Okay, so when I met Diego, before we started dating, he was kind of this player. Like, he's really charismatic.
Okay.
And, you know, really kind of sexy and, you know, and he used to be a total player. And so when I got serious with him, naturally I didn't want to be dating someone who was messing around on me and flirting with a lot of women and stuff.
Yeah.
So I messed up. I have one of my girlfriends, Hannah, who he actually knows. They've met a couple times. I sent my friend Hannah to test him.
To test him?
Yeah. So Diego fixes computers for a living, and I had Hannah go over there and pretend that something was wrong with her computer to ask Diego to take a look at it.
Okay.
I realize sounds very crazy, but...
It does sound a bit crazy. So you're testing him by sending your friend Hannah to go over with the computer and then to flirt with him or try to hit on him or what?
Yeah, basically. I just kind of wanted to see what would happen to see, you know, she was supposed to flirt with him. And, well, you know, so obviously nothing's wrong with her computer.
Yeah, how do you get around that? So what is it when she turns on the computer and it works fine, everything works fine, what is it? How does she talk her way out of that one?
Right, so then she, you know, was supposed to say something like, oh, that's so weird. It you know, it boots up so slow to me. For me, I can't believe that it works so fast for you. And that was kind of her excuse to go over there.
Okay.
So, so then she was supposed to flirt with him and see if she could get him to reciprocate and then see how kind of far that he would go with it. And so that night I'm waiting for the phone call, you know, thinking it won't take long, and I end up waiting like hours.
Oh, so you're waiting for a report from Hannah because you knew that at this moment Hannah's at his house. You're thinking 20 minutes away, she's going to flirt, nothing's going to happen. She's going to call you and say, Diego checks out.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm waiting basically all night, and then I get a phone call from Hannah late that night on her way home saying that she ended up having sex with Diego.
She had sex with him, even though that was part of the whole problem, was you were worried that he would do that. But not only that, but your best friend betrayed you by having sex with your boyfriend.
I mean, she's not like my best friend or anything, but yeah, we're good friends.
But still, she should not have slept with. Why did she sleep with Diego when that was not part of the deal?
I know. Well, I was kind of dumb on my part. So she hasn't had sex in like 3 years or something like that, and she said that you know, she told me that she just got so turned on from flirting with him and
oh my God,
kind of the game aspect of it and everything. She basically said that she couldn't help it.
Oh my God. So she I mean, is there anything like admirable or positive that at least she admitted it to you?
I will say, well, because I felt a little bad about the setup too. And I realized that that's a little, like, the whole idea was a little bit crazy. And I do appreciate that she called me right after she came home or on her way home, I mean, she answered all my questions, and she was totally, came clean about it, I guess.
Okay, so what did Diego say about it? Because not only did she owe you an explanation, but your boyfriend Diego slept with this girl, your best friend or not.
Yeah. He was actually really pissed.
At you or her? Or what?
Both, but at me, actually. He was really pissed and hurt that I set him up and that I didn't, I guess, believe him.
You should be pissed, though, too, because he did sleep with this girl, whether you set him up or not.
I mean, obviously, like, I was pissed. But, at the end of the day, I also created the situation for him, so
okay.
I don't know.
That's such a weird story. So where are you and Diego now?
Well, we're still together, but I'm sort of, I don't know, he's been a little distant, and I sort of have created this whole thing for myself now, and I'm wondering now if he's seeing Hannah still.
I'd be worried he's seeing Hannah or somebody else, because if Hannah came over, he'd never taken her out, he'd never really gotten to know her,
yeah.
And within like an hour or 3 or whatever of her coming into his house, he is hooking up with her.
Yeah.
Well, then I think he'd find it really easy to hook up with anybody else. If he's that charming and that handsome and that funny or whatever, then women are going to be attracted to him. Okay, so your big fear is what? Him sleeping with Hannah still, or him sleeping with anybody?
I'd say that's, well, I think Hannah in particular. Also because he's been mad at me about it, so I don't know if he would do it again to get back at me, if that makes sense.
No, totally, yeah. Because he's annoyed that you did that.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know. I'm going crazy, and I just want to figure out what's going on.
I know this is a weird and hard one for you, but this is one of the most twisted, weird stories we've ever heard on War of the Roses.
I know. It's really just very complicated.
It is. Definitely complicated. All right, tell you what. Mandy, stay there for a minute. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll get a hold of Diego, and at least we'll know whether he wants to send roses to you or to Hannah or to somebody else, okay?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Back to the Dave Ryan Show's War of the Roses. Tell us what you think using the hashtag Dave Ryan Roses.
101.3 KDWB.
All right, see if you can follow along with Mandy's story on War of the Roses. Mandy, tell us why you are on KDWB doing War of the Roses today, for anybody who missed it.
Oh, God. Okay, so basically my boyfriend Diego used to be a player before we met, and I was kind of trying to test him to see if he still is. And I sent my best friend Hannah, or not my best friend, she's just a good friend of mine, Hannah, over to test him. And he fixes computers, and I sent her over there to get her computer fixed, and they ended up sleeping together.
And you found out because on the way home, you were waiting for a report from Hannah whether he passed the test or not. Hannah calls you and spills her guts that she had slept with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
So you confront your boyfriend. Your boyfriend gets mad at you for setting him up with a trap.
Yeah, basically.
And how much, I mean, I guess you got to be glad that you found out that he does this, but at the same time, you feel kind of stupid and maybe like you made a mistake by luring him into this trap that you came up with.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that's kind of what I got from when we talked a minute ago.
No, that's totally true. I feel kind of bad for setting up this. Yeah, like you said, it's like a trap. I feel kind of bad for setting it up.
Okay, here's a question, and I know that she lives in Madison, so she's not going to hear this one. But how tempted, there's no easy way to say this, how attractive is Hannah? And there's no excuse whether she's a beautiful, beautiful woman or whether she's average. But it would be harder for a typical horn dog guy to resist somebody who might be average than somebody who looks like a model. Where does Hannah fall?
I mean...
And there's no excuse. Don't get me wrong. There's no excuse either way.
No, I mean, she's like an 8. I mean, she's like kind of girl next door hot.
Okay. But she hadn't had sex. She had not had sex in 3 years?
Yeah, she hadn't had sex in 3 years.
Why?
She'd gone through a really bad breakup.
Okay.
And just kind of swore off sex for a while.
But then when she got with Diego, her excuse was she got so turned on flirting with him that she hooked up.
Yeah, and also she said like the game aspect of it, like the secret aspect of it really turned her on. And I mean, Diego he's really charismatic. He's got those, like, what do you call them, bedroom eyes or whatever.
Yep. Okay.
So,
well, we're going to call Diego, and we're going to do our usual trick here. Fallon's not here, in case you're wondering why it's all me.
Gotcha.
we'll call. Yeah, she's on vacation, so we'll call Diego, and I'll pretend that I'm with his cable company and give him the survey and say, hey, if you take the survey, I'll send you a dozen roses, or send him whoever you want to. Hopefully he's going to pick you, Mandy, and not Hannah or somebody else. Are you ready for this?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Okay. Let's call him.
Hello?
We can set you up. I just need a name. I'll type in the computer, and we'll get the address, and we'll be on our way.
Yeah. Mandy.
Okay. And where does Mandy live? What city is she in?
Madison.
Okay. We can put a card with the roses. What would you like the card to say? If you want to get creative and think of something.
I'm not too good at it. Just thinking of you.
Perfect. Okay. Well, there's one other question that I need to ask you, Diego.
Sure.
Would you be surprised to know that you're actually not talking to your cable company right now? You're talking to a DJ in Minneapolis, Minnesota. My name's Dave. And would you be surprised to know that listening in right now is the girl you sent the flowers to, Mandy Peterson?
Oh, well, I should have known. Cable companies are not good with giving out free stuff.
No, they're just good at raising your bill. Am I right? So,
yeah.
So say
hey,
hi,
Mandy.
Hi.
Hi.
So
Hi.
I'm trying to think. Should I let you, Mandy, explain why you're on the phone? I'm going to let you do it rather than me. Can you explain to Diego why he's on the phone with KDWB this morning?
Yeah. So after all that stuff happened with Hannah, I feel like you've been a little distant lately, and I know that you were really kind of upset about that whole thing, and basically I just wanted to find out if you were, I don't know, maybe still seeing her or something like that. Are you?
No.
Are you still? I mean,
Hun, I'm done with Hannah. I made my mistake. I got mad at you. You got mad at me, and I messed up, and we both messed up. And I'm done. I'm done with Hannah. That was just weird, man. I mean, I don't understand why she was coming on to me. She didn't even want me to use a condom, and obviously I insisted.
So wait, did you
what?
just say that she did not want to use a condom, but you insisted?
She didn't want to. Yeah, she didn't want to use a condom.
What?
I think it's probably a good call.
Wanted to go straight into it.
oh my God.
Have you heard
Ridiculous.
from her since then, Diego?
Yes. I've
what?
heard from her. She's tried to contact me a couple times, but but Mandy, babe, I swear to God,
No,
nothing.
wait, hold on. Why didn't you tell me about this? First of all, what is she saying?
No, she's just tried to contact me a couple times, and she's been trying to hook up, but I've turned her down.
Hey, has she Has she come over to your place?
Babe, honestly, she's been by. She stopped by a couple times, but I don't even let her in. She no. I tell her
You
no.
don't let her in.
She's tried to
No,
hook
you
up with me
just,
a couple
she
times.
Just sits out on your front porch, wanting you to. Her.
I'm sorry, what?
You just leave her out on your front porch. You don't let her in. You just leave her out there.
No,
and
babe.
she's like trying to you.
I'm done with Hannah. I don't let her in. She's tried a couple times. I've turned her down, and that's it.
Diego, why does she
That's
think that she can come by your place? Why does she think that's okay? Are you guys texting? Like, what? I don't...
No, we're not texting. There's nothing going on. I'm being truthful with you. She stopped by a couple of times. I didn't let her in. I told her to go away, and that was it.
So I think it all comes down to, do you believe Diego? I'm no expert, but I've heard a lot of guys lie on War of the Roses, and I don't know that Diego is telling the truth, but he sounds pretty sincere. The good news is he sent the flowers to you. And I will tell you one more thing that just occurred to me. This is the second time that you've tested Diego without him knowing about it.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. You slept with her. You already slept with her once.
Look, Mandy, I'm being totally honest with you. She's come by twice. I've said no. I've rejected her. I care about you. I want to be with you. All right? We both screwed up, and, I'm sorry. I know you're sorry. I really care about you, Mandy. I'm not, I love you, Sage, but I really care about you, and I really want this to go somewhere.
I know. I mean, same. I really do care about you, and, it's probably honestly not cool that I've been testing you. I don't know. I think that there's something here, and I don't know. I don't know. We're both kind of messed up.